Hi, good evening, everyone. Would you please rise and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please call the roll.
Councilwoman Nicholson? Here. Councilwoman Marcotte? Here. Councilman Dooley?
Here.
Councilman Marcocha?
Here.
Supervisor Calavita?
Here. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We have our first opportunity to address the board on a specific agenda item. There being no one, we'll move to appointments. We have the designation of a hearing officer. And this is a memorandum from the town controller to the town board as follows. Whereas employee 1596 is employed by the town in the highway department, and whereas disciplinary charges and specifications were preferred against the employee on or about October 18th, 22, pursuant to the collective bargaining agreement between the town and the Civil Service Employees Association. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Patrick J. Gunn, ESQ, is hereby appointed as the hearing officer in the manner of said disciplinary charges and specifications, and is hereby directed to conduct the hearing and to submit findings and recommendations to the Eastchester Town Board regarding said disciplinary charges and specifications pursuant to the collective bargaining agreement between the Town of Eastchester and the Civil Service Employees Association. And it is further resolved that Mr. Gunn is to be compensated for his services in conducting a hearing and submitting findings and recommendations to the Town Board at a rate of $250 per hour. And be it further resolved that the Town Clerk is directed to forward a copy of this resolution upon approval to the employee, CSEA, President Ron Williamson, and Patrick J. Gunn, ESQ. Someone care to make a motion?
So moved.
All right, thank you. Please call the roll.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye. As it is January, we have some appointments for some of the committees that have expired at the end of /22. Item B is the Cable Television Advisory Committee, and I am recommending the following reappointment to the Cable Television Advisory Committee effective 1/1/23 through 12/31/23. Steve Altamura, Keith Bloomfield, and Nicholas Dater. And upon appointment, I designate Mr. Steve Altamura as chairman of the Cable Television Advisory Committee effective for the same period. Someone care to make a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye. Next is the Committee for the Disabled, and I'm recommending the following reappointment of Jennifer McNamee, Francesco Clark, and Florence Coluris, and we are appointing and designating Jennifer McNamee as chairperson of the committee, and all are for the period of January 1st, 2023 through December 31st, 2023. So moved. Thank you.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye. Next is the reappointment to the Traffic and Parking Advisory Committee effective 1/1/23 through 12/31/23. Ellen Del Cole, Charles Galenick, Thomas H. Fix, John Walzer, Donato Vaccaro, and William Conway. Upon appointment, I designate Mrs. Ellen Del Cole as chairwoman of the Traffic and Parking Advisory Committee effective 1/1/23 through 12/31/23.
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye. Lastly, we have the recommended reappointment to the Hazard Mitigation Committee effective 1/1/23 to 12/31/23 of Nick Gerald, George Papademetrio, and Police Chief Joe Rodriguez. I'll make the motion. Ask for a second, please.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye. Next, we have approval of the minutes of the December 20th, 2022 Town Board meeting. Any modifications or amendments? No, there being none, someone can make a motion to approve same as submitted.
So moved.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Marcocha?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye. Next, we have the Law Department report. Mr. Rader?
Yes, good evening. First, I have a resolution authorizing the supervisor to execute and deliver the Lake Isle Management Agreement between the Town of Eastchester and GSP Management Corp. for a period of 7 years commencing March 1st, 2023, and expiring February 28, 2030.
All right, just George Papademetrio, who is here, does an exceptional job managing the Lake Isle facility. It is rather involved, as you can imagine, because we have the golf course, we have all the pools, we have all the tennis facilities, the catering facilities. We've already added the community center, and there's more likely to come in the immediate future. So you'll be continuing to be busy there. So I'm happy to move this and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Marcoccia?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye.
Okay, next, I have a resolution authorizing the supervisor to execute and deliver the Golf Pro Agreement between the Town of Eastchester and David Stevenson Golf Professional, Inc. for a period of 5 years, which is commencing on March 15th, 2023, and expiring on March 14th, 2028.
All right, Dave's done an excellent job also. The golf program is really making strides. It had particular uptick during COVID, which I think was a result of people being home and proximate to the golf course, which was great. But Dave has the women's league and the men's leagues up and running, and does an excellent job. So we're very happy that he's agreed to work with the town for another 5 years. So someone care to make a motion?
So moved. Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Marcoccia?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye.
Okay, and lastly, I have a resolution authorizing the town board to approve the billing rates for the law office of Vincent Toomey to be compensated at the rate of $255 an hour for partners and senior counsel time, and $230 an hour for the associate attorney time.
Yeah, I would make a motion on this and note that that's about half of what the going rate is. So we're appreciative of all of his efforts and his time, and this is a very, very modest increase. Someone care to second that?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Marcoccia?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye. Next, we have correspondence, a memorandum from the controller on the designated depositories and authorized signatures, and we have J.P. Morgan Chase, New York Class, M&T Bank, TD Bank, Signature Bank, and the authorized signatories are myself, the town controller, and the junior accountant. Someone care to make a motion?
So moved. Second.
All right, please call the roll.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Marcoccia?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye. Similarly, we have a memo from the controller on the auditors, and we're looking to continue to engage PKF O'Connor Davies LLP at 500 Mamaroneck Avenue, Harrison, New York, as the auditing firm for the town. Money has been provided for, it's set aside in the '23 budget. So I'll make the motion, ask for a second, please.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Marcoccia?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye. Next is a memorandum from the controller on computer services agreement, and we're looking to agree with, or make an agreement with, I should say, logically, to provide IT services for '23, '24, and '25 in the annual amount of $76,776. This is a 3-year fixed price. There'll be no increase over the next 3 years, which begins 2 days ago through the end of '25. And funds have been provided for in the '23 budget. They do a good job. They come highly recommended, and they're a critical part of town government, as everything is computerized, the phones, everything is all through them, and they do a good job. So I'm happy to make this motion. Ask for a second, please.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Marcoccia?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye. Next is a memo from the Lake Isle General Manager regarding permission to reject and rebid the golf course irrigation renovation upgrade. And unfortunately, only one bid was received, and the cost in that bid was higher than what the town had budgeted for the project, which is not uncommon to happen. But normally when that happens, what we do is we ask the board to reject that bid and go to rebid again. So it's a two-part resolution. The first is to reject the bid for the renovation and upgrade of the golf course irrigation system, and secondly, to solicit and rebid for the same project at the country club. Someone care to make a motion?
So moved.
All right.
Second.
Thank you. Please call the roll.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Marcoccia?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye. Lastly is a memorandum from the supervisor on the adoption of the town of Eastchester seal. And for probably about a year now, we've been trying out our new seal, and it is, I think, very appropriate. It's the entire town of Eastchester map outlined, not just the town outside, but the villages of Tuckahoe and Bronxville as well. There were 3 stars for the 2 villages and the town. And most importantly, it says established 1664. The old seal had on it, the county of Westchester, which everyone kind of knows where we are, but no one knows how old we are and how long we've been around. So we thought that was an appropriate use of the seal. Also, of course, we have the, the olive branches, and we have the arrows, and we have the eagle and all. And I think it's a better depiction of an eagle, I might add. The prior eagle looked like it was constipated. This is a little better picture. Anyway, so with that being made, I'll make the motion to approve the seal and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Thank you. Please call the roll.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Aye.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Aye.
Councilman Dooley?
Aye.
Councilman Marcoccia?
Aye.
Supervisor Calavita?
Aye. Okay, there's no miscellaneous business. That brings us to council member reports. Councilman Marcoccia?
Thank you, Supervisor. I just want to wish everyone a happy new year. I hope it's a great one, and I have no report.
Thank you. Councilman Dooley?
Yeah, I'd also like to wish everyone a happy new year, and I want to thank all the volunteers for all the advisory boards. You know, you guys put in a lot of effort, don't get much out of it, and, we appreciate everything you guys do, so thank you very much.
Councilwoman Nicholson?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening, everyone, and yes, a happy and healthy new year to all. I too would like to take the opportunity to thank especially the members of the Traffic and Parking Advisory Committee for all their time and effort that they gave in 2022, and looking forward to working with them in 2023. Their next meeting is on Tuesday, January 24th, 7 p.m. in the Town Hall Community Room. I'll just highlight their introduction of a TPAC Facebook page, which has been extremely successful in providing driver members, pedestrian safety tips, and weather alerts. So keep a watch out for the TPAC, and in 2023, they're doing really awesome stuff. Just a quick on the library, happy holidays from the staff at the Eastchester Public Library on behalf of them. And as usual, they have a lot of activities going on this week. So you could go online to www.eastchesterlibrary.org and get all the news. But there's from knitting to movies to the civil, there's a Civil War Part 3 on Sunday, which is a 2 p.m. Zoom. So go check it out. There's registration required for that program. And that is all I have. Thank you.
Councilwoman Marcotte?
Thank you, Supervisor. Just briefly, on the recreation front, Eastchester EIBL has registration open up until January 9th. The league is open to male residents who are in 9th through 12th grade who are not on a high school team, such as JV or varsity or a freshman team, and the games will be on Saturdays and weekdays from January to March. I also would like to wish everybody a happy and healthy new year, and on the Tuckahoe Snow Angel front, I have to give them a plug. Teresa and I are still looking for snow angels. Knock on wood, it hasn't snowed yet, but when it does, we get inundated with requests, so we'll try to get in front of that. And if you need an angel or would request an angel, or if you'd like to be one, even better, please give us a call or reach out or email me at tuckahoesnowangels.com. That's my report, Supervisor.
Thank you. For my own report, I want to echo Councilman Dooley's and other board members' comments about the spirit of volunteerism in the town. And every day, we get emails from people that want to get involved, and as your interests come across the committees that we have, we'll certainly try to plug you in, but we're very fortunate to have a great turnout. So in any event, that concludes my report, and that brings us to the second opportunity, and there being no one, someone could make a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
See you soon. Thank you.